Bill, China's leadership does not like being embarrassed. This week, a lot of people think they've been embarrassed. What do you think the consequences of that are?
Well, the balloon industry is going to get a deflating story, I think, ahead of going forth. But I think one of the things that the Xi Jinping has got to demonstrate is that he's got control over the government. And if you have a couple of stray renegades putting out foreign policy affecting moves like letting balloons go over the world and getting caught doing it, there's going to be some heads to roll.
Bill, let's unpack that just a little bit. The takeaway over the weekend is that none of this happens without the sign-off of the leader of the Communist Party. Are you suggesting that someone within the party did something on a rogue basis, went and did their own thing without his sign-off?
I think you overestimate the ability of the center to control the rest of the government. As you know, there's always some fool out there who's decided to be innovative or to embarrass the leadership because they're at the leading edge of the revolt against the party leadership. Either way, I think one of those stories will be acted upon. We've had scenarios before where the central leadership has been challenged by leaders like Bo Xilai, who was arrested for corruption and just taken out of the picture. What we will see here is, I think, a story that's going to evolve where the person or persons behind the balloon story will never know and will never be heard of from again.
It's the rogue weatherman, Tom. It was the rogue weatherman.
It's serious stuff. This is serious stuff. We talked to Stavridis about this, Admiral Stavridis about this. Again, and to Billy's point, there's this, I'm as guilty of it as anybody else, juvenile idea that everything starts behind the red doors in Beijing. And to a person, Elizabeth Economy, William Lee, the rest of them, Jonathan Spence, have said, you're nuts. That's not the way it works.
Let me just thank Bill quickly. Bill, wonderful as always, sir. Bill Lee there of the Milken Institute. Lisa, just to build on that, there was a takeaway over the weekend. Nothing happens. To TK's point, nothing happens without Xi's sign-off. Was that the case this time?
Well, so he's sort of damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? If you didn't have control over this, then you don't have control over someone tinkering in their, in their garage and coming up with a balloon and then sending it over another country. And if you did sign off on it, what was the diplomatic purpose right ahead of what was supposed to be a Tony Blinken meeting that was supposed to be conciliatory? So it's sort of either way a very awkward moment from a messaging standpoint.
And Stavridis' book with Elliot Ackerman, which was my book of the summer a year or two summers ago, it's
with the other 10 books.
No, it's a phenomenal book. And the heart of it is Dr. Lee mentioned there, and this is not funny, these people just disappear. In Stavridis' fiction of 2034 in the back end of the book, people disappear and they don't look like Leonardo DiCaprio. I bust Stavridis' chop. He just wrote it to get a screenplay. Coming to Netflix,
I'm looking forward to that with your other book of the summer.
Well, I got 3 or 4 of them.
I'm aware.
What
was book of the year last year?
Linear Algebra, 4th edition. But I'm serious. This is not funny. I'm going to say, I didn't say it. Dr. Lee said it. People disappear.
I know. It's dreadful. That's what happens under dictatorships, Tom.
Yeah.
It's no joke. Yeah.